Hey everybody, Rusty here with Rusty Vintage Cards. I hope everyone is doing great, and I hope you've been able to catch a little bit of playoff baseball here lately. We have some exciting games going on. We have the World Series this weekend. I've been able to catch a little bit of baseball recently, but it's been still pretty busy around here trying to get the house set up. And also my kids were on fall break last week, fall break for school, and they were actually out the whole week. So 2 of those days I took my kids, my 2 boys, to Arkansas, and we did some camping. We did some hiking. That was a blast. And we were in an area where there was 0 cell reception. So there are no distractions for any of us to get on our phones, and that's always good when we can do that, just kind of disconnect for a little bit and get the kids off their devices. So I had a video theme lined out for this video, and I changed it up because Monday is my 1-year anniversary for my YouTube channel. So that's pretty cool, and so I thought I would celebrate a little bit by showing cards that were featured on my top 10 videos, and that is top 10 videos based on the number of views. So I'll get into that here in a minute, but first I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who I've interacted with over the past year. Just the welcome that I received when I started my channel, and just all the interactions that I've had with this community. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This has really elevated my enjoyment of the hobby. I was collecting pretty much in a bubble before that, and now I've just connected with so many people, and it's just been a blast. There are things that I'll mention on this video that would not have happened if it weren't for this community. So thank you. Number 10. So the title for this video is Authentic Minimum Size a Real Issue for Vintage Baseball Cards? And the card on topic for that video was this 1953 Bowman Color Eddie Matthews. And when I picked this up, I had 0 issues with the authentic men's size designation that it got. I think it's just a great looking example. There's the back. Number 9 is an SGC grading reveal, and I have a couple of those on here. Those tend to be popular videos, I think, for anyone who posts them, so no surprise there. But the card, one of the main cards featured in that is this 1957 Topps Bill Mazeroski rookie, which came back as an SGC 6, and the card was actually a gift from my wife for our anniversary, so pretty special. There's the back. Number 8 was collecting vintage cards on a budget, plus there was a special guest. I had my oldest son, Luke, on that video, and he shared some soccer cards. And what I was talking about beyond the conversation with him, I had started a couple of projects that were kind of lower budget projects that kind of helped me get through sometimes when I am trying to save for anything. And one of those projects is collecting, I've mentioned this a few times, but one of those projects is collecting players who were formerly playing with the Tulsa Oilers, which was a local minor league team. Currently it's the Tulsa Drillers, but it used to be the Tulsa Oilers. So one of the cards that I showed there was this 1977 Keith Hernandez. So this was about maybe a $3 card. And, you know, if you look on the back, it shows some stats. If I can get that to zoom, shows some stats from Tulsa. Keith Hernandez. So number 7, why I grade cards for my collection. And this was actually a video response for a video that Aaron over at Value Vintage did. And I just talked about the reasons that I send cards off for grading whenever I do send cards off for grading. And that's not all the time. It's actually kind of infrequent here lately, but I do plan to send off a grading submission here shortly. But one of the main cards, actually the first card that I showed in that video, I believe, is this 1953 Bowman Color Stan Musial. And this was a card, came back and as an SGC 5, just a beautiful card. The 53 Bowman colors are one of my favorite sets, and just love this card. There's the back. Number 6 was a goal card from Strongsville, and this is one of the things that would not have happened if it weren't for starting this channel, I think. At least I could say it wouldn't have happened if it weren't for this community, because I would not have been traveling to Cleveland, Ohio to go to a card show. Just wasn't on my radar. But I did and loved it. It was a lot of fun, connected with a lot of people that I had interacted with on YouTube. So the goal card was this 1953 Topps Satchel Paige. This is a card that I picked up off of Ash at Strongsville. And again, love this card. There's the back. Number 5 was a video that I did about 1956 Topps, and one of the cards featured there is this Roberto Clemente, which I think is an awesome looking card of his. So this was a fun pickup and kind of affordable as far as Roberto Clemente, early Roberto Clemente cards go. It's a 2.5 because it has a wrinkle on it, but you know, you can't see that here. So it's a gray back. Number 4, this is another thing that would not have happened if it weren't for this community. This was the Boonville Card Show recap, and I traveled 5 hours to go meet some guys at this little card show in Boonville, Missouri, and again, had a blast doing it. I was able to connect with one of the guys being Chris from Missouri, and his buddy Tom sold me this 1962 Topps Lou Brock rookie. There's the back. And also connected with Mike over at Jayhawker Vintage Cards, and Ross with Ross Loves Cards. Had a blast. But again, I wouldn't have traveled 5 hours to go to a card show just to go to a card show. It was really, the main intention there was to meet up with some friends, and it was a lot of fun. So number 3, this was actually my first video that I did. And this was vintage rookie cards versus alternate rookies. And this was a fun one to do. Hey, what's up, vintage card collectors? Been wanting to do a video on my channel for quite a while. I got an opportunity where the house was somewhat quiet, so I figured I would show some baseball cards. And I'll just mention a little behind the scenes amateur hour YouTuber information here. So the card holder that you see holding that Harmon Killebrew is my son's cell phone holder, because I didn't have any card holders. The tripod I was using, if you want to call it a tripod, was a stack of books with my son's soccer shin guard holding it in place with a weight. So, you know, that's how we make it happen on day one of YouTube video making in the vintage card world. At least that's what I did. So here is that 55 Harmon Killebrew, and this was a pickup from a Tulsa card show. All right, getting down to the last 2. Number 2 is an SGC grading reveal, the second one. And again, no surprise that these videos tend to get a lot of views because people watch them. So one of the cards featured there is, it's this 1952 Al or Red Shane Dienst, and 52 Topps. I mean, what can you say about it? It's just, a lot of these cards are works of art, and I think this one definitely is that. It's just a beautiful card, and it's one, when I was looking at Red Shane Dienst's cards, this was the first one that really caught my eye and said, I have to buy that one. Here's the back. All right, number 1. So this, if you would have asked me what my number one video could potentially be, or at least what the topic might be, I would not have thought that it would be this. So this was a video that I did really just for fun, kind of as an experiment, and this was a how-to video. Really the only one that I've ever done on this channel, and that is how I package sports cards for SGC grading submissions. And the reason why this is number one is it's because it's a how-to video, it keeps getting views. So where a lot of the other content that I've created, and I think this is pretty common for a lot of other channels, you create it and people kind of, they buzz around the latest videos, and then it dives, you know, the number of views dives, and how-to videos can seem to keep going. So there was nothing special about this video. It's just something I did for fun, and it got some views. But anyway, this card that I have to show here, there were a few oversized cards in that video. So one of them was this 1936 National Chickle Hank Greenberg. And really cool shot of him on this card. And it is a 1. And the reason why it's a 1, I mentioned this and featured this before, but it has a couple of stamps on the back, which were likely done by a kid, you know, I don't know, in the 30s or 40s, who knows. But that just adds to the character of the card for me. So that is my top 10 videos for my first year doing YouTube on this channel. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been great connecting with everyone. It's been a lot of fun coming up with topics. And, you know, I'll say the last 6 months, it's been a little sporadic just because I've just been busy with this house move and all this going on, but still trying to create some content here and there. So again, thank you for all the support that I've received from you guys, just from day one, and all the interactions, all the comments, and I just don't know what else to say. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next video.